probably start streaming on YouTube too. Give me 1 second. Set that up. Okay, then we're good there. Only takes a minute. Forgot to do that. Hello, YouTube. All right. There we go. Okay, can we zoom in? Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Damn, I really might have to get rid of this thing, though. Hold on. I might have to get rid of the background again, unfortunately. Damn, should I just move? I might just move it. Maybe we move it for today. I don't mind it up above my head. It's not bad. Maybe I'll leave it there. I don't mind that. It's a little bit less in the way. I'm gonna zoom out one. Maybe it's still in the way, kind of. Whatever. Let's put it all. Let's put all the people in. So I don't know exactly who we're gonna do, but like I said, I don't want to do Jon or Daenerys or Ned or Tyrion. I don't want those good people because we know that they're not gonna win the worst king, worst queen war. Well, maybe Daenerys after season 8, but you know. And also, I don't want to do for this one. I have a separate idea that I want to do for the worst kings that have ever existed in Westeros. But I don't want to do any people who have already been kings. So we're going to exclude Joffrey, Robert, Tommen, anyone who's actually been a king. We'll include Daenerys just because, like, I don't know. The season 8 to me is just fucking weird. So, anyway. I have the wheel picker here that already... Oh, that's not the right wheel picker. Where the... That was fun last time what we did. Oh, wait, actually, shit, I forgot. I did want to do one more thing. I wanted to do one chat GPT thing. Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to do one chat GPT thing with we were doing the reviews. I really wanted to do one with the moon. I want to try that one out. Just as one last thing before we get going. Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's not right. Ugh. Second. Take a ride with me. Girl. Dude, what the fuck? Why will this not let me log in? Did I get banned from ChatGPT? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna edit this one in. You know, we were doing I really wanted to do the moon with I don't know. Let's do like Daenerys on the moon. I really want to see that. What was I doing last time? Oh shit, I kind of forgot. Oh, I just cleared those conversations. Oh crap. I'm trying to remember. What did I even do? What did I even type? Fuck, there was like a specific thing I typed. Oh, damn. Maybe we won't do this time. Maybe we'll do it next time. Because there was something specific I was typing. Can you give me a... fuck it. I'll just do it next time. I'll just do it next time. No big deal. No big deal. Whatever. I was going to do it this time, but... I don't want to mess up the thing and then It's all stupid. Anyway, let's go back to what we're doing. Bracketing worst kings in Westeros. Ooh, we can have a dark mode? Kind of ugly. Where was my character wheel? What? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. These are all the characters I had. Oh, whatever. I got it from this list. It doesn't even matter. Okay, let's go ahead and add some people to this list. I don't know if this is gonna be the order. I'll probably randomize it. Because there's a randomize button. And then we'll go from there. Bracket name. Worst rulers. I keep saying king. Worst rulers in Westeros. Single, whatever. Sport or game? The Game of Thrones. That's good. That's good. You either win or you die. All right. Okay. So, let's see. Who should we add? I don't want to add Ned. He's obviously not going to be. Jamie's a good contestant. Jamie Lannister, you are our first contestant. Oh wait, I think there's a bulk ad here. Catelyn, weird choice, but fuck it. Catelyn Stark. Cersei was already queen, so let's not do her. Let's not do Nera. Jorah Mormont. He wouldn't be that bad, I think. We're not gonna do Viserys. Well, you know what? Maybe we do Viserys Targaryen. Let's throw him in, right? That could be interesting. That could be interesting to talk about. You think of Viserys too? Yeah, that could be interesting, actually. Rob, let's throw him in. He technically wasn't king. I mean, he's yo, what's up, Dragon Force? Ooh, Hodor, that's a great idea. Ah, that's such a good idea. What's up, Dragon Force? Yo, wait, why is Hodor not in our wheel? That is actually so crazy. We don't include Hodor. We gotta add that in. Oh, imagine we got Hodor when we were doing the reviews. Oh man, maybe okay, maybe next time we'll do Hodor and we'll do Hodor somewhere. I really hope that the output for ChatGPT is just Hodor. Oh, we gotta do that. We'll add on a little extra. We'll do Hodor. We'll do Daenerys on the moon. I really want to see those two. I cannot believe I forgot Hodor. That would be so funny. Maybe we'll do it at the end. Maybe we'll do it at the end also, if I remember. If we have time. Anyway. How you doing, Dragon Force? Good to see you, man. Sansa, let's go ahead and add Sansa. I don't think she's gonna be the worst, but you know, might as well. Arya, might as well. I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. I swapped up my content stuff recently. I'm doing some different stuff. I'm doing a lot of like just chatting kind of stuff on Game of Thrones. Thank you. Forgot about your compliments. I actually need to kind of cut up myself a little bit, but you know, just been lazy. So I'll look fresher maybe next week or something. We'll see. But appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Always makes my confidence feel a little bit better. Theon, I put that in the thumbnail today. Theon Greyjoy. And we're going to talk about each one of these people. So I hope it's not too many, actually. Should we put Bran? Let's put Bran because fuck him. It's kind of too many Starks, but whatever. I feel like we shouldn't even talk about Sansa, if I'm being honest. Sansa's obviously not the worst queen, to be honest. I feel like we maybe should just exclude Sansa, but maybe we just leave it for now. Theon or Reek. Oh, wait, actually, very good point. I actually thought about that, but you reminded me. Theon, pre-Reek, Theon, Greyjoy, post-Reek. Now, wouldn't it be interesting if both of these two came up against each other? Who do you think it would be a better king? Theon pre-Reek or Theon post-Reek? That's actually a really hard choice. Because Theon pre-Reek is a dick. But Theon post-Reek is a pussy. Would you rather have a dick or a pussy? Never mind, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I mean, post-Reek would just do whatever Ramsay wants. No, I mean, I'm talking, sorry, post-Reek is after he escaped. Post-escape. Maybe I should say post-escape. Maybe post-escape makes more sense. I would just put no. Post-Reek makes sense because this is. I would put Reek on here. Should I put Reek on here also? Because we have pre-Reek Theon, we have current Reek, and we have Theon. Or sorry, then we have post-Reek, pre-Reek, Reek, and post-Reek. I mean, to be honest, those are kind of three different levels of Theon. Joffrey. Ooh, the Hound. If this gets too many, we'll take some off. The Hound. Tyrion obviously gonna be a great king. Khal Drogo. Yo, honestly, I think Khal Drogo wouldn't be the absolute worst king. Nah, he'd probably be pretty shit. He actually might be the worst king. Yeah, that's good. Oh, just plain Reek would be terrible. He would be awful. Oh, this is gonna be such a fun discussion. I can already tell. Littlefinger, great. Fucking that'll be a really good. Maybe I should put a space. Maybe I should put Peter actually instead, but whatever. Where was I? Davos? Let's not even add Davos. We all know Davos is really good. Although, is Davos worth? Nah, Davos is gonna be way better than like all these people that were listening. He's a good dude. We're not gonna add Sam either. Sam, I think would be too good. Ygritte? That's a good one. I like Ygritte. Ooh, what about what's the Grey Worm? Grey Worm. Oh, let's go ahead and add Ramsay too. Ooh, what about Missandei? Missandei would be too good. I think Grey Worm is probably not the worst, but I do think Grey Worm would probably be probably a bad king. Maybe not actually. Maybe Grey Worm's too good. Maybe Grey Worm's too good actually. Grey Worm would. Maybe we'll leave him actually. I'm not sure because he would be pretty militant, I think. So well, maybe we'll leave him. We could put Stannis. I think we all know Stannis would be at worst a decent king, or just like at worst a bad king, but not the worst king. I think that's pretty clear. Stannis is not a super bad dude. Bronn. Ooh, Bronn. Melisandre. Ooh, let's add both of them. Melisandre. Bronn. Olenna. Olenna. Is she worth putting on here? I feel like Olenna's probably too good. No, you know what? Olenna's kind of sketchy. Olenna, I wonder if Olenna would have been horrible. Yeah, Olenna is... Okay. Okay, we have a lot. Okay, we're probably gonna have to take some off already. This is also I want this double-sided. Make it look a little better. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of conversations. Wait. Oh, okay, I see. Let's keep going and we'll just delete some. Varys, that's a good one. Varys doesn't even want to be king. Varys. Shay, not gonna work. Actually, fuck it, add Shay. Fuck it. We'll have some fun. Let's add Shay. Marjorie would obviously be fantastic. Tywin. Ooh, that's a good one. I think he would actually be a decent king. Actually, I actually think Tywin would be a good king, in fact. But there's some arguments there. Talisa, I'm not too worried about adding her. Egret, we added in Gendry. I don't know if there's too much to say about Gendry. Ooh, Oberyn's a good choice. I'm hesitant to add Gendry. I don't think it'll be. I don't know if I could say that much about, because Gendry's just like a regular good blacksmith dude. He's not that smart, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's no way he's the worst. That's for sure. I feel like it's too obvious that he wouldn't be the worst. I think. Tormund. Are we gonna? I mean, we added Egret. Let's add Tormund. Fuck it. Oberyn's great. Gendry has a claim to the throne. Oh, but I think it's too obvious that he wouldn't be bad. If we want to find out the worst kings, I don't think he even belongs on this list. If we were doing a tier list though, then we could do it, but we're not doing that. He's just, and there's so many characters to work through. So, Brienne obviously not. Ramsay. Oh, oops, I spelled his name wrong. Where is he? Ramsay. Gilly, Gilly is the queen. She'd be too good though, or maybe she'd be pretty dog shit because she doesn't know anything. So there's an argument made there. Dario's a good option there. He'd probably be bad. Missandei's would be fantastic. Tommen was already a king and he was dog shit, but not the worst. But pretty fucking bad, honestly. Tommen was like fucking bad. The little girl with grayscale, Shireen would be way too good. Shireen would be a really good queen. She'd be like the girl from Bear Island. I forget her name, but whatever her name is, whatever Mormont. Alaria. Alaria. Should we add Alaria? I'm gonna throw her on there. I think we're gonna eliminate some of these people. I think she's gonna be, oops, I said Ilaria. Illyrio. Jaqen Hagar? Jaqen? You got already, okay, I'm down. Yeah, I feel like Ilaria, I mean, they are different. I don't think Ilaria will make the cut anyway. Is that how you say it? Jaqen Hagar? Let me put some respect on his J. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, okay. Roose Bolton. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't really want to put Roose on here. Again, I don't know like a ton about Roose, but he'd probably be okay. Like, it's kind of hard to say whether he'd go down the terrible path or the good path, but I think he would not be terrible. So, I think it's not that worth putting Roose on here. He's also not, he's not that interesting of a character to me, to be honest. I don't know. I'll probably leave him off. High Sparrow, Grey Worm. Okay, I think we got a good list so far. This is way too many people to talk about. Let's eliminate some people. I don't think we can talk about, because this has to go through levels of, wait, how do I turn on, we have, okay, we don't need seeds. I don't know what scores is. I guess show scores, whatever. No dates, no times. Round titles, okay. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 rounds to get through already. So no, that we gotta cut this. This is gonna be too much. Let's see who we want to cut. Damn, I think Gilly would be fun to talk about, but she's. Let's leave. Maybe we leave Gilly for fun. Damn it, who do we cut? Jaqen. Maybe we cut Jaqen. Jaqen's too fucking weird. I don't even, like, who the fuck knows what Jaqen even wants? Maybe, that would be so hard to, I don't even know how to begin talking about how he would be king. I feel like we cut Jaqen. Let's cut Jaqen for now. I'm kind of down to cut Daario too. I think Daario would be okay. King. I don't think there's too much to, like, he's probably not going to make it very far. I don't think, Gilly honestly probably doesn't make it very far either. Gilly, but she doesn't know anything is the interesting part. Let's leave her on there. Shay, I think, will be pretty funny. Tywin is an interesting one to talk about. Oberyn, I think, is good. Tormund and Ygritte, I feel like we get rid of... Let's get rid of Tormund. We leave Ygritte. I feel like Tormund is more kingly, though, than Ygritte. But it'd be interesting to see... Ooh, how do I even talk? Maybe, you know what, let's leave Tormund and remove Ygritte, I think. I'm not sure how I would approach that. Damn, we gotta get rid of some of these. This is gonna take forever. Let's get rid of Jorah. I think Jorah will be fine. Viserys would be interesting. Catelyn. Maybe we get rid of Catelyn. Let's leave her. Let's leave her. Because she has some interesting flaws. Sansa? I feel like Sansa would never be a bad queen. Like, there's no way she's a bad queen. We'll leave Hodor 100%. I think we get rid of Robb, too. I think Robb is... like... well, he is kind of dumb. Maybe Robb's worth leaving on there. He's probably not the worst, though. Because, like, we got people like Ramsay on here. Like, there's no fucking way he makes it that far, right? I feel like that's okay. So how much? I feel like we got to get it down to 1 round or something. I don't know. Maybe this is fine, actually. We have a buy for some of these. Okay, we got a buy. Okay, maybe this is good. How many people we got? 23? Fuck it. Is this good? Do this? We gotta talk about each one of these. It'll be fine. This won't take forever, right, guys? We got an hour, or we got 2.5 hours. Let's do this shit. 23 people. I feel like this is good. All right, let's randomize this shit. Hold on. I'm gonna save. Sure. I'm making an account on this thing. That's why you can only see me right now. What's everyone up to this weekend? It's Wednesday, right? We made it over hump day. I actually really hate that term, hump day. It sounds so dumb. I've been doing pretty I've been enjoying doing my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is actually doing pretty solid. A lot of people like the grounded content. I'm actually really sad that I don't do it anymore. It was really fun. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. A lot of people like the grounded content, which was kind of surprising because it was fucking weird. But I feel like it was just a little, it was fun, but it wasn't as me as this is. I don't know. I like just talking. I've said this many times, but I like talking about stuff a lot of times. So, I think this is a little bit more me than just gaming. I think I could probably go back to it at some point, but figure I would do this for a bit. There's not, never say never. So we could go back to that at some point. Look at them brows. Thank you. You know what? My girlfriend actually, or my fiance, excuse me, says that I have really nice eyebrows. Don't really get that, but anywho. Okay, let's do this shit. Y'all ready? How's the music? By the way, is it too loud? Test. Okay. Jeez, fiance. Yeah, so yeah, you weren't here. Yeah, I got engaged. About a month ago. Went to yeah, I'm sorry, Dragon Forest. I'm taken. Well, you could object during the wedding. You just gotta find out when and where it is and what time and everything. You just go in there, I object, boom bop bip, I'm yours. But yeah, I proposed to her about a month ago. She said yes, I think. But yeah, I'm engaged. On the side though, just be a sneaky link. Just a little sneaky link, you know? Okay, let's randomize this shit. How many times should we randomize it? Bop, 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 boom! Ooh, all right. I see some interesting stuff already. I see Theon pre-Reek versus Melisandre. Okay, we got. This is just the left side. Let's see. Wait, what's on the right side? Tormund versus Gilly. Oh shit. Okay, that's actually interesting. Jaime versus Khal Drogo. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. All right. Anyway, well, let's see how this goes. Y'all ready for this shit? Get randomized, nerd. All right. Introducing the worst rulers in Westeros. To start off, we have Theon Greyjoy before he was turned into Reek versus Melisandre, the Red Lady, the Red Woman, the old but the beautiful, secretly old but obviously beautiful. Anyway, so who would be a worse ruler, Theon pre-Reek or Melisandre? Let's start with Theon. Theon pre-Reek is, quite frankly, a dick. He is an asshole. He doesn't really care that much about other people. He does a little bit. He likes the Starks. But I mean, he's really selfish. He's really selfish. He cares a lot about his pride. He would be a very prideful king. That being said, I don't think he would be horrendous. But remember when he went back to when he was taking over Winterfell? One, he backstabbed his friend. That's very bad. That's not something you would look for in a king. Like, even Robert was very loyal to the people who were loyal to him. That's something you would never hear Robert backstabbing Ned or something. I think I'd go Theon as a better king, because at least he's seen how the Starks work. Melisandre would only care about herself and get things done for her. Also might impose her. Ooh, yes. Melisandre's religion would come into play massively. Like, in fact, it would be, I think literally the kingdom would turn into a theocracy. Like, it would be, well, I mean, I wouldn't say it already is, but like, it's like, okay, I don't super understand how government systems work, so maybe I shouldn't delve too into that, but I think it would be largely ruled by religion. She sounds like an L. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of with you. Like, she would like anything that she says, oh, I've seen in the fire, the Red God wants blah, blah, blah. The Red God is fucked up. Like, the Red God wanted to burn Shireen, supposedly. At least that's what she saw. Melisandre would be a theocracy for sure. Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, Theon is definitely he can be loyal. He just is kind of dumb and he has too much pride. But Robert had a lot of pride too, and he wasn't the worst king. So I'm kind of with you. I think Melisandre would be a worse queen than Theon being a king. Theon probably wouldn't listen to his small council very much, but he would sometimes. Melisandre would just be like, the Red God, the Red God, the Red God. I don't need a small council. The Red God. Like, she would literally, like, and that is, like, super fucking dangerous because clearly she's come up with some very bad things. Shadow Demon Baby, burning Shireen alive, thinking that she can predict the future when she can't. That seems like a pretty bad, that seems really bad, in fact. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think we say Melisandre wins this round against Theon. Theon, you are better in this one regard. How do I... Oh, shit. Start tournament. Bitch would invent Scientology in Westeros. Oh, that'd be so funny. Okay. I don't exactly know how this works. Can I just... Oh, sweet. Oh, nice. Wait, can I put scores? I don't know, let's add a score. -1, +1. Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Brainwashing Stannis and then being wrong about him in the end. Yeah, like she's just confused. She thought she could do it, but she couldn't. Okay. All right. Oh my God, we have the Hound versus Hodor in round 2. What? Okay. Let's start with Hodor. How would Hodor be as a king? Okay. I think Hodor would not be an absolute dogshit king, but only if his small council was decent. If his small council was good, he would essentially be a puppet. Hodor would be a puppet. But honestly, Hodor is very lovable. Very also very loyal. Like if you take those regards, and let's say, provided that he would just listen to what his small council says because he's Hodor, he might not be that bad. If he has a very bad small council, very self-centered, very self-serving, like Otto from House of the Dragon, or Tywin, or Littlefinger, people like that are there on the small council, which to be honest they likely are to be, the kingdom might not be in that great shape. So it's kind of 50-50. I would say it's more like 20-80, because it's very likely that there are very bad people on the council, on the small council, just because the kingdom's corrupt, like always. I gotta say Hodor is an easy win here. The Hound can fight, has little Arya as a friend. It would be strong leading an army, while Hodor. You think Hodor would be worse or better? This is worse. Because the Hound being a king, the Hound is smart, the Hound is practical, but the Hound can be kind of brutal. I can see the Hound pretty easily turning into someone like Maegor, though, not gonna lie. I can see him killing a lot of people just because they fucked with him, just because they said the wrong thing. He's very kind of erratic. Like he like what's the word? Like he lets his emotions control him quite a bit. Like he was in the middle of the Battle of Blackwater and he was just like, I'm leaving. like what? Obviously there was more reasons than that, but that's because he just didn't like the fire was the main reason though. Hodor would be worse because unless people in Westeros understand Hodor's speech. Okay, but here's what I think would happen. Yes, he would be like Hodor. People would just be like, okay, this guy's mentally ill. We are going to interpret what Hodor says. That's what I assume. I'm kind of making an assumption here. That's a good question. Oh, why did we include Hodor? This is hard. Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. Okay, The Hound could potentially be an okay king, though. The Hound also has compassion, too. Remember Sansa? Like, he always has compassion for Sansa. So, actually, maybe... You know what? Maybe the Hound would be a better king than Hodor. I thought I would never say those words, but... The Hound better than Hodor. I'm kind of with you. Ooh, this one's tough, though. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You think the Hound would be better or worse? I'm stuck. I'm actually really... Hodor would be... That's what I said. Hodor would be a puppet. But if he's a good puppet... But I guess that makes a bad king. I guess... What are we saying is a good king? I guess a good king has to be... I guess Hodor has... Or, sorry. I guess a king has to be, like, self-sufficient, kind of. You know? So you're probably right. Hodor worse? I'm thinking you're right. Yeah, I think the Hound would be better. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think so. Alright. The Hound would mostly leave running things to the council, but would care enough to step in when needed. That's a good point. The Hound is honestly super smart. He just is more smart in battles and, like, where to, like... He knows what... He knows things, like... He knows what he doesn't know, I feel like. I don't see the Hound being that bad. I mean, he's responsible enough when looking after... Ooh, very good point. Very good point. He did look after Arya pretty well. And, you know, worst thing come to worst, he would probably be pretty good at just fucking waging war on everyone and taking over kingdoms. Which, you know, in a way, is a good king. So, okay, let's go Hodor, worst king. I don't know, I'm just gonna give him +1, -1. I don't know what the points are for. Sure. All right, Hodor worse. He will go up against Shay. Interesting. Is Hodor gonna be the worst king? No way, right? Okay. Next one, Tywin versus Theon post-Reek. Worst king. Tywin, I actually, like I said, I think Khal Drogo versus the Hound would be a hard one. Oh, I hope it gets there. Oh, I hope it gets there. Tywin, like I said, I think would be at worst a bad king, but at best a pretty good king. He's super self-serving to his families. That's the biggest problem. Like, he would never put his family at harm. But I mean, the Targaryens were too. Like, they were very much so, and they had a lot of good rulers. So I mean, I actually think Tywin. Actually, I think it's actually pretty clear. I think even before I even go on to Theon, I think Tywin's just a better king. He's so much smarter. He's so much smarter, and Tywin is kind of an evil guy, but he's not so evil that he's just gonna like try to kill people and like, you know, do like crazy shit. Theon post-Reek is really just a pushover. Like, he just is almost not human anymore. I think Theon wins this one easily. Tywin knows his shit and doesn't take shit from anyone. He's loyal to his family, but so is every king. Yeah, that I'm with you on that. I think this one easily goes to Theon too. Theon would just be people would just walk all over him. Like, he is really not confident or anything. Rightfully so. He was tortured for very long. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Theon is a worse king than Tywin. Tywin's actually a pretty good king. Would be a pretty good king. I think Tywin would have been better than Tommen and obviously Joffrey. And, you know, you think Tywin would be better king than Robert? I kind of think so, to be honest. The problem is the nepotism, but the Targaryens were fucking nepotism all the time, so, you know? Yeah, I think you're right. All right, that does round one for this side. Tywin is a rule through fear guy, but is a great ruler otherwise. I wouldn't say he only rules through fear, but I would give like 75% rule through fear, because he's like, you know, if they know he wants people to know if they mess with him that they're gonna suffer for it. It might not be physically, but they will suffer somehow. Yeah, Tywin would be, except he would have given Cersei too much power. Robert told her to fuck off. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe Cersei would have turned out a little bit better without Robert, because she was supposedly like a kind of a cool person when she met Robert. She was really like enthralled with him and stuff. But then Robert kind of corrupted her because Robert didn't love her at all and was a really bad husband. So I don't know. But let's go on round one on the other side. This is going a little bit faster than I thought, actually. I think we'll get done with this. Maybe I didn't have to remove so many people. Anyway, we got on our right side, we got Tormund versus Gilly. She was a bitch before Robert. She was trained to act like a lady and became more bitter. Okay, more bitter. Okay, I don't really know that much about... I just remember her saying, or maybe people or her, I can't remember, saying that she was like really in love with Robert and stuff like that, and I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. She probably was. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what she was trained to do versus what she actually is. The first time we meet Cersei, she fucks her brother. She has Bran pushed out the window and tries to kill her favorite puppies. No redemption. That's a good point. Cersei's a pretty bad person. You're right. Cersei's a pretty bad person. I'd be interested to see more like what her childhood and shit was like, though. That'd be interesting. I don't know if we know a ton about that, but I think one cool thing about Game of Thrones is I think some shows focus too much on backstory a little bit. Like, you know how a lot of times they do like flashbacks and show, especially in animes. Animes are very big culprits of this. They do flashbacks and show like these bad people have these like really sad backstories. You know, they grew up without a family. They're an orphan. They're starving. Very, very sad stuff. But like sometimes I'm like, like I more care about how you are now. Like that's interesting to know, but like, you know, sucks in a way. I don't know. That's just something I've been seeing a lot recently. Anyway, back to the good stuff. I digress. Tormund versus Gilly. Who is the worst ruler? Honestly, these are two pretty decent rulers. I think Gilly would not know anything is her downside. She's just not smart. She just doesn't know things, unfortunately. Tormund, pretty good leader in general. Tormund's what is Ruddy Hall? I don't actually even know that. Ruddy Hall. Ruddy Hall. Oh, it's just a place. Oh, Mead King. Interesting. You're right. He is already a ruler. This one's hard. Gilly would be just, but not too hard when leading an army. Oh yes, she would. I think basically she just wouldn't know what to do. She'd just be like, okay. Well, Tormund is too stubborn to listen to his counsel, but he would be very tough commanding. Ooh, that's a good point. Tormund is very stubborn. But Jon did get him to yield, but Jon was basically a wildling at that point, so that's tough. Tormund, and both of them being wildlings, I would say Tormund is a bit more wildling than Gilly, and that could be very problematic for a Westerosi king or ruler. Like, imagine how the other kingdoms would look upon Westeros if a wildling were ruling. Like, they would be like, dude, you have a literal savage as your king. Why would we ever, like, even deal with you? Given they would say the same thing probably about Gilly. But basically, he's the leader of a wildling clan. Tormund is stubborn, but he does know how to listen to people who know better than he does about subjects. I think only if he respects them, though. I think he doesn't care if he doesn't respect them. Yeah, but Gilly would listen. Plus, we know Samuel Farley. Are you talking about Sam Tarley? Who's Samuel Farley? Would be on the... council. He's smart AF, so I think Gilly would be okay. Sam Tarley would definitely be on the council. I think Gilly would easily. That's true. Ooh, she would be. She's not smart, and I don't mean to say this in a mean way. Genuinely, Gilly didn't have the opportunity to learn anything, but she's really not. She doesn't know like things about society. She literally just lived with her sisters and daughters and dad. Like she's not very exposed to anything. Like, Gilly in politics would be completely awful. I'm kind of leaning towards Gilly being worse here. I think Tormund would actually be pretty smart about most things, but then there would definitely be a lot of things that he would not be good at, like listening to certain people, even when it's definitely the right thing to do. I think Gilly would just be, like you said, easily manipulated, wouldn't know how to deal with stuff, definitely wouldn't know how to like deal with other countries or nations or whatever. I think she would just be like too confused, and I think she'd be willing to learn, but I don't know if she'd be able to do it. Yeah, I feel like Gilly would be worse. Tormund wouldn't be too bad. Too much temper. Yeah, true. Tormund does also have a temper, but at least he has a temper unlike Gilly. Yeah, Gilly would. I think the biggest problem Gilly would come into is that she would be easily manipulated, very similar to Hodor. Yeah, let's go with Gilly. Let's go Gilly worse. Oops. Gilly worse than Tormund. I think that's right. All right. This one's got to be easy, I think. But Jaime, Hodor, and Gilly are puppets. Woohoo! We need a little puppet. Oh man, I wanted to do something. Should I do it now? Before we move on, there was one additional thing I wanted to try out. Let's do it. Let me show you what I wanted to do. I wanted to generate some images for fun as we did this. Let's start with Theon. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it's going to work that well. Create an image of Theon Greyjoy. I wonder if they'll ban me for using characters. I don't know. Looking on the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, looking down at Melisandre. Is that who we picked? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Melisandre won this one. My bad. Create an image of Melisandre on the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, looking down at Theon Greyjoy. as he kneels. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work well, but let's just see. Oh, this is actually really good. I mean, it's weird, but it's actually really good. That's not bad. Wow. Okay. Oh, dude, I like this one. He's like on his hands and knees. Damn. Okay, I kind of like this. Let's do it again. Melisandre looking down at Theon. Interesting. We talking Kingslayer, cocky... Well, let me go back. We talking Kingslayer, cocky shithead Jaime, or Jaime that learns honor? Ooh. I should have put 2. Can we add one in? If I add one in, will it fuck things up? That looks like a screenshot from a shitty porn game. You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. Oh, you cannot reorder. Damn it. Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. Let's go with. Okay. I think compassionate Jaime is. He would be a decent king. He would be a decent king. We know that he's not gonna, be that bad. Let's go with cocky shithead Jaime. So cocky shithead Jaime versus Khal Drogo. Anyone get on their hands and knees for Melisandre? Have you seen her breasticles? You mean these? Look how far they hang down. I can't even, my face is in the way. Look at that. Look how far they, okay. Oopsie. You like that, Dragon Force? God, imagine someone came into the stream right then and we're talking about old saggy breasticles. This is a good stream. Tell your friends. Damn, I think I'm kind of upset about where I think I'm gonna add the little thing back. I don't know, fuck. Pitching a tip, that's for sure. That's funny. Oh wait, never mind, my bad. I forgot, I just wasn't screwed over enough. Put that back. It's fine, I guess. Maybe just scoot down a little. Sorry, I'm trying to see how to get this maybe a little bit better. Maybe I move myself down a little bit. Okay. Alright, anyway, so Jaime, bad Jaime versus Khal Drogo. Or should we do another? Wait. Let's do one more. Let's do one more of these. Let's do the Hound. The Hound. And I can't get TOS on this website. They don't make images like that. Thank God. Oh wait, it was supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be Hodor. Ah, shit. Oops. Oh my God, they got an actual out. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, dude, that's so good. Look at that. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? Before we go on, Dragon Force, That's a hound out of the one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Dude, I think this was my favorite South Park. Hold on, wait, let me see. Oh wait, I thought. Oh, never mind. I thought they actually had one. You like 2 the best? I think I like 4. 3's so good though. Look at him in his robe. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, that's good. Okay, we'll do more of these. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what Dragonforce said. I think Colin and Jaime would both be reckless. However, I think Jaime has grown up around the crown and is more aware of the customs of being a king, while Colin wouldn't understand everything because the Dothraki sing stick, cavemen, unga bunga. I think you're pretty much right. I think you're pretty much right on. I think Jaime's not a terrible person. Well, actually, kind of is. Hold on. Hold on. Jaime's bad, but he knows kind of how to lead people. He is definitely a solid leader of Westeros. Like he leads the king. Is he the leader of the King's Guard? I think at some point he's the leader, but he's on the King's Guard. Like he's elegantly hold on. He is, like you said, he grew up around the crown. Tywin would probably be guiding him if he's not dead in this situation. Like, I don't think he always would, you know, he wouldn't be too, he knows not to be too shit of a king because he had to kill a shit king because they were that bad. So he knows the consequences of being a bad king. He knows kind of generally how to rule people, how to lead people, how to show strength, sometimes how to show some compassion. He's obviously very self-serving, but I don't think I actually think he would be a decent king. And that's a very good point. If him and Tyrion are together, Tyrion being the hand of the king, or at least on the council, oh my god, Tyrion obviously should just be the king, but you know, no one likes a dwarf. In the show. And yeah, Khal Drogo is just brutal. Khal Drogo is a fantastic character in my opinion, but my god, he's not a king of Westeros. He's a great call. Don't cancel me. Khal Drogo is a great call. Fantastic. One of the best, probably. But he would be an awful king of Westeros. Like, he would just be far too brutal. His customs are just pretty harsh on dwarves. No, I'm sorry. I meant in the show. Don't cancel me. I am barely getting started. Oh my god. He's a great call, boy. Yeah, he's a great call. Was that a joke? Was that a pun? Oh, a call boy. Oh my god, that's funny. A call boy. I never thought about that. Call Drogo. No, don't call Drogo. Call me. This is the no door shooter. What? Dwarves are welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. No matter how tall you are, you're welcome here. You could be this tall. You could be this tall. You're welcome. Welcome to the stream. All dwarves, all non-dwarves, all semi-dwarves. Anyway, back to the content at hand. I think Khal Drogo is pretty clearly a worse king. He's just way too brutal, and like he just wants to fight and kill and fuck. That's pretty much it. I think that's just it. Imagine being a semi-dwarf cringe. No, semi-dwarves also welcome. He's gonna go against Grey Worm. Interesting. Let's do. I got it. I want to see this. I want to see image of. I don't know what a semi-dwarf is. I just said it. Sometimes I just say things. You can't just take what I say literally. What was I gonna say? Khal Drogo looking down at Jaime Lannister. All right. Make an image of a semi-dwarf. I feel like I'm gonna get banned if I do that, but I'm also kind of curious. But then if I laugh, I'm ableist, so no. What? This is like Call looking down at Call. Dange of Dingroo. These aren't good. I like this little bit though. Good kneel. Oh my god, look at his hand! Anywho, back to the content at hand. Okay, sorry. Alright, Arya, wait, we got two Starks on the same side. Arya Stark or Catelyn Stark? Oh my god. I'm gonna say this is Arya, let's say around the time that she's becoming like a faceless person, faceless man. Why did I say person? They're literally called a faceless man. Somewhere around that time. Cat would be the better queen, easy. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. I was trying to think of anything because Arya doesn't know anything about ruling. Arya wouldn't be. Arya would be an okay ruler, but I think Arya doesn't know anything about ruling. She doesn't know how to lead people. She doesn't know how to be nice to people. She doesn't know how to not get her way. She doesn't know how to compromise. Like, Arya's pretty selfish, but for a good reason. Like, she had a lot of bad shit happen to her. Yeah, Arya. I think Arya would be worse as a queen. I actually think Kat would be a good one. She's strong-willed and intelligent. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all you have to say about Kat. She's smart. She knows how to lead already in a way. I mean, she's the wife of the Warden of the North. She would actually probably be pretty good. She knew how to step back when Rob was trying to lead. He was like, "Yo, I can't have my mama all up on me while I'm trying to lead. Step off, mom." And she was like, "Okay, you right. You know, So yeah, I think it's pretty clear. I don't think there's much more to say, honestly. I think Arya would be a worse queen. I don't think Arya knows anything about leading. She was trained her whole life to be a lady and run a castle. No, ooh, very good point. Also, Arya's entirely fueled by revenge at the point of the sword. That's a good point. Arya would probably, as a queen, she would just be like, kill Meryn Trent. I love Arya, but she's not a ruler. Ship mercenary captain, yes. Ruler, no. Yeah, I'm with you on that. She's great at so many other things. Ruling, absolutely awful. I'm with you on that. Arya, you are not the one. Ooh, we have Arya versus Reek next. Interesting. All right, for our final round one, Arya, burn them all. Honestly, I could really see Arya going crazy. I could actually see Arya like doing something like that because she's angry or something. Jamie, damn it, not again. Ah, damn it. But Olenna versus Arya's already. Oh yeah, she is. I wish. I wonder if there's a video of like a psychologist like diagnosing all the people in the show because Arya is psychopathic. Like, she's crazy. It's unfortunate because you see how she gets that way because she seems like a really nice kid before, but man, watching your dad's head get chopped off and then being shipped to some random place and tortured and stuff like that does a number on you as a kid, I'd imagine. But goddamn, when she murdered the phrase, whoa! I thought you were gonna say that went hard. You got hard. Okay. Good for you. Glad you can still do that. Cherish that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine. Yeah, dude, that was really nice. That part was great. That was well deserved. Bran is an all-knowing ancient Bran. Or little kid. Let's go all-knowing, three-eyed Raven Bran. Like Bran the Broken. This is Bran the Broken. I wasn't gonna include him, but might as well because we didn't get to see him be king. But yeah, Olenna versus Bran the Broken, Bran the all-seeing. Okay, I would say Bran has to be a better king, but like. Bran serves a higher power, similar to Melisandre. Not a higher power, but more of like, how do I say it? He doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. He cares about things in like the long run. which is really great, but also he's super unempathetic. Like, remember Mira? Yeah, that's true. Bran is the higher power. Yeah, you're right. Remember Mira? She was like, yo, like, we went through all this stuff. Like, we were, like, trying to help you. And, like, we did help you. We helped you get to where you're supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, thanks. Oh, but he's also lost a lot of human aspects. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's basically not human anymore. I think he'd be a really good king, TBH. He's too OP. Meds can look at his enemy through the web and literally always win. Yeah. But, okay, I agree that he could always make the right decision, but, like, he can't talk to people worth anything. He cannot talk, like, he cannot talk to people. And a big thing about being a king in Westeros, or ruler in Westeros, is charisma. Like, a lot of the kings have really good charisma, or a lot of the best kings have really good charisma. Regardless of how good of a king they actually are. I mean, similar to the president in the US. Like, most presidents have really high charisma. Like, I don't like Donald Trump, but he has insane charisma. And, like, Bran has, like, if you could, like, on a scale from 1 to 10 of charisma, Bran literally has 1 or 0. Like, nothing. But Olenna, let's talk about Olenna. President comparison is bad because they are elected. Good point, good point. Yeah, good point. But I guess I say, yeah, I guess that's true. Well, I guess in this situation, well, I guess I'm saying, like, people tend to gravitate a little bit more towards the charismatic people. Of course, that's what charisma is. But I think that's more my point. That people, but I think more so in Westeros, people like charismatic leaders. Maybe not even more so than now, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, he has a council, listen to them, not sure how much he needs them, considering he's omniscient. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's too OP. Maybe he's just too OP. Maybe he would be the best king. He is broken. Literally and figuratively. Like, he is OP. Olenna would be... Charisma is literally a requirement of the job, yeah. There's a huge contrast in looks and general charisma of presidents before and after TV. Ooh, that's a good point. That'd be interesting to see. But I 100% believe you. But anyway, yeah, Olenna I think would be a pretty good queen. I think Olenna is pretty much the female version of Tywin. She's really self-serving, but she's also really smart. She thinks ahead really well. She listens to people. She also has pretty bad charisma, though. But on the converse, her rudeness and sharp-tonguedness is kind of endearing in a way. Like, you know how, like, sometimes old people are just, like really crotchety, and that's kind of like... grandma, like, kind of thing. Like, she's kind of like that. He has the answer and knows how everyone is doing to react, and that's a good point. I think you're right. Knowing everything is just way too OP. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Olenna has to be the worst queen here, worst ruler. Knowing everything, because he would literally just know how to react. He would, and even if he doesn't have the charisma himself, he could be like, oh, I should tell this person to go talk to this person because I know everything. Olenna's rudeness is a liberty she takes because she knows she can get away with it because of her age. That's pretty smart. And like I said, that's pretty much how I see it sometimes. Like, it's kind of funny. I don't think Olenna would be bad. However, she'd be kind of Littlefinger-ish and play the game as well. She'd definitely play the game, for sure. She's not trying to break the wheel. That's for sure. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Bran's too OP. Olenna's a hard game. But yeah, like I said, she, in my mind, she's literally just... I love that scene where she's talking to Tywin. And, like, they're just going at it. She's like, cut the shit, Tywin. Just give me what I want. And he's like, give me what I want. And they're like, all right, let's compromise. And I was like, God, that was such a cool scene. I can't exactly remember what happened there. But I think I remember them compromising on something. But I remember them, like, being like, she broke his pen. That's what she did. She was like, what are you even writing? And she just took it, like, broke it. Like that. Oh, man. Tell Cersei I wanted to know. Oh, that... I don't like the later season that much, but that part, I was like, oh, that shit was good. That shit was good. Anyway, yeah, let's go with Olenna. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Bran is the worst king. Oh, wait, no, fuck, no. Olenna's the worst queen. Olenna's the worst ruler. The worst, like, the converse is getting confused in my mind. Why do I keep doing it like this? I don't know. Get shit on, Lannisters! Ooh! Yeah, Olenna's worse. Okay! Great job, Dragon Force and Crazed. We did it. We did round 1. Let's look at what we have. Everyone in the crowd do a cheer. Woo! Yeah! Samurai JP's the best. We got Melisandre moving on. We got Hodor moving on from him and the Hound. The Hound has been eliminated. Tywin got eliminated. Theon pre-Reek is moving on. But on the other side is post-Reek moving on. Did we do post-Reek? I'm sorry. Post-Reek is moving on. Pre-Reek is not moving on. Reek is coming up. We didn't do him yet. Gilly is moving on from Tormund, Khal Drogo, Arya, and Olenna. Let's get started on... Whoopsie. On round... Let's get started on... God damn it. I'm trying to do my YouTube voice. Let's get started on round 2. We'll cut all that other shit out. Viserys and Melisandre. Ooh. 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 This is the hardest one yet to me. Okay, let's talk it out. Hold on, let me open my door a little bit. I'm getting kind of hot. Both relatively shit time. Okay, Viserys obviously way too angry, way too pompous, way too pretentious. What's the word? I forget the word, but he's like, he thinks he's deserved everything. He just the fact that he didn't know how to deal with the Dothraki, he doesn't even have a leader, like the charisma of a leader or the smarts, I think. Like he could not do anything. Hey, what's up, Jennifer? How do I say your last name? I'm sorry. What's up, Jennifer? On YouTube, we are doing some Worst Kings in Westeros, and we're doing a bracket system. And right now we're doing Viserys Targaryen versus Melisandre. Do we want an entirely religious bullshit dystopian society or just a fucking stupid dude who thinks the world is his? Yeah, this is tough. You came at the perfect time, Jennifer. Jeez, this is tough. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You're for grounded. I'm so sorry. I was literally just talking about this the other day. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've not been doing grounded content for a while. We'll do grace for a minute for the Game of Thrones stuff. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad because I was doing grounded content for a while. But yeah, I swapped to doing some new stuff because I thought it was fun. So I'm sorry if you're here for grounded, but I'm not doing grounded. Apologies. I have more grounded. I have all the grounded videos on YouTube are what they are. Maybe in the future, we'll do some more grounded stuff. I have a list of ideas of more stuff that I just never got around to. But, yeah. Anyway, I hope you watch Game of Thrones. Otherwise, I bid you adieu. Or you can stick around and talk to me, whatever you want. You don't have to go. I like the video. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. I really was thinking hard about those. They were really fun to make, too. I'm not opposed to making them again. I keep saying that. I'm really not opposed to it. It's just that I wanted to try something that felt a little bit more like me. And, you know, I want to do content creation for a long time. I want to keep going. I don't want to, like, y'all have probably seen many, many YouTubers, many Twitch streamers, blah, 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 you know, stop after a while. Like, I feel like I've stuck through it for a long time already. I don't want to stop. I want to find something that I like feel really good about and that I can keep doing. So that's why I kind of switch it up a little bit. So if you want to know a little bit more about me, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I really appreciate that. Like, really, look, when I see people talk about my videos and everything, and like say how much they like this stuff, like that's like, I'm like, damn, like that's really cool. I can't think of anything better than that when I make stuff. So really appreciate that. Anywho, I hope you're a Game of Thrones fan. Are you a Game of Thrones fan? But that's what we're talking about. I actually think Viserys might be better, because that entirely religious thing is pretty bad. Viserys is a shithead, but we never got to actually see him control. That's okay. I'm actually with you on that. I mean, okay. Let me preface this. I am atheist. I might be very biased on this because I don't really like religion at all. I don't, do your own thing. Whoever, if you're religious, do your own thing. Whatever. I don't like treat you badly or anything, but, I might be very biased on this. My favorite bug in Grounded. I haven't played it in a little while, I'll be honest. I really like the... that's kind of dumb. Kind of dumb, but I really like the aphids. The aphids are always kind of cute. Definitely not the spiders. My god, the spiders are awful. Oh, nor the koi fish. I hate the koi fish. What about you? Sorry, we'll have like a little multiple conversations. But anyway, Viserys sucks. But Viserys at least has the past... Jeez, I'm getting like weird sinus stuff. This Viserys still has at least the... His whole family was ruling for a long time. He knows kind of how to rule. And Viserys had the right idea. He wanted to get an army. He wanted to cross the Red Sea? No, not the Red Sea. What's it called? He wanted to cross the sea and get over to Westeros. He kind of knew what he had to do. Kind of a little bit knew what he had to do to get it to work. But he was very bad at Narrow Sea. You think Mel wins here? Mel literally would just create a theocracy. It would literally just be whatever the Red God wants, that's what we do. She's basically a cultist. A Matt Targaryen who will probably burn people alive, or a religious zealot whose religion burns people alive. That's a really good point. Really good point. He had no actual experience or training at being a ruler. Did he not at all? What happened to their mom, actually? Wait, hold on. Who are their parents? Rhaegar's their brother. Who are their parents? Whoops, spiders and grounded at Athens and Konski. I think you didn't mean to put that. Whoops, spiders and grounded are disgusting. Dude, they're awful. I'm so glad they added and grounded the arachnophobia mode. That was really cool, I think. I don't use it, but my god, playing grounded, that game it's listed as horror in Steam. Wait, the Ares is his dad? Oh wait, of course, duh, because that's how that. Well, I guess that not necessarily. Never mind. But I guess that's how the reign of the succession should go. Is that his children should be the rulers? Yeah, wait, that's why. Oh, that's why Rhaegar was the next in line. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he did have any ruler, any... This is hard. Dragonforce is leading Mel. What are you leaning towards? Crazed? I'm kind of leaning toward Mel, too. Mel would be so bad. I feel like Viserys would at least know kind of how to do something. He would rule with a pretty big iron fist, I think, though. That's tough. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, are you playing Grounded these days still? How's the... I know they added a couple new bugs there. I keep tabs on it still a little bit. It's a cool game. Yeah. I'm thinking Mel here. I think Mel is one of the worst candidates, period, because she'd be ridiculous. She would say, the gods told me so, it's fine. She's not... She would be telling the truth is the thing, but... Are there any instances where the Red God does something good? I feel like no. I feel like he always wants to sacrifice someone or steal someone's blood. Like, come on. Dude, I'm thinking Mel. I'm super biased against religion, but theocracies have been successful in history. I think Viserys would be worse. Oh, we're split here. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Okay. Let's talk about good things about Mel. Sorry, what are we doing today? So today, have you ever seen Game of Thrones? I'm doing some discussion on Game of Thrones. Who are the worst kings who the worst rulers would be in Game of Thrones potentially. And right now, if you don't know, we're talking about two characters. Viserys is one who's basically, he's just an all-around terrible person. And Melisandre, she is basically a cultist. He's all about defeating the others, and he's all about defeating Viserys is? Oh shit. Well, just to be clear, I'm talking about Daenerys' brother, Viserys, not from House of Dragon. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were thinking Viserys from House of Dragon for a second. Okay, you're talking about the Red God. I was like, ooh, I might have messed up here. That's a problem with naming your children all the same goddamn thing. What is Viserys? Is Viserys the third or fourth or something? Fifth, sixth? I don't know. Red God is about defeating the others in the champion. Mel's shadow binding demon baby is separate to the religion. Fuck, dude. This is really... I legit might have to come back to this. This is so hard for me. I almost want to flip a coin. This might be the hardest one. I don't... If it gets harder than this, how the fuck am I going to decide? Okay, fuck it. We're going to decide. Viserys would... I think Viserys might be... am I just too biased? Yeah, I mean... there's got to be some good things. It's a bad time. It's a bad time. Let's go Viserys. Viserys, worst king. Let's move on. We've been on that for a while. Oh, God. Have I played Fortnite before? Yeah, I played a little bit of Fortnite, actually, like a month ago. It's fun, but I like Apex better. Are you a Fortnite player? I'm going with Viserys. I'm sorry, Dave. I kind of do think there are ways that a theocracy, you're right. I thought that was a really good point. Theocracies can work. And Mel tries to be good. Mel's not a bad person. Viserys is a bad person. Mel's not actually that bad. She just, in my opinion, is just brainwashed, basically. I think that's room to improve. I don't know, man. That's a bad time. Let's just go with Viserys. They're basically equally bad, I think. That's a hard choice. Yeah. We'll see what people say in the video also. Maybe people will comment and say, hey, whatever. But anyway, let's move on. Littlefinger versus Oberyn. Littlefinger, I think, would actually be a decent king. He would be pretty much like Tywin, I think. Maybe worse, because I think Littlefinger thinks he's smarter than he is. I think it's actually kind of fair that he outplayed himself. I don't like Season 8 that much, but I do think it's reasonable that he would outplay himself and get killed. Man, Littlefinger's an expert at playing the game, but Oberyn already has leadership experience. Wait, is Oberyn, what does Oberyn lead, actually? I actually don't even... Oberyn Martell. He's the son. Is he a prince? Of Dorne? Yeah, he's a prince. Okay. M. I just see M from you, Jennifer. That's a good point. I think Littlefinger wins this though. I think Oberyn would actually be a decent king. Oberyn's a prince of Dorne and served in the Second Sons. Oh, he did. Oh wow. Maybe as leader. Wow, Oberyn was probably very good in the Second Sons. Jeez, that'd be cool to see. I think Littlefinger would probably be worse though. The only thing that I could say about Oberyn though is that Oberyn, I don't think he super cares to be like a super good leader. I think he more just want people to have more peace and banging. Do you know Melisandre? Or are you just saying stuff, Jennifer? Mill's not a bad person. Mills is not a bad person. I like that. Mills. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's Littlefinger here. Oberyn, I think, would be pretty decent. Oberyn, I think, is pretty good person. He wants peace. Like I like his idea on like relationships and stuff. He's like, oh, I really love I'm not bi, but I love what he said about being bi. He was like, why would I like disregard half of the people in the world? And I was like, dang, that's a good point. I think Oberyn is just an honorable, but once again, it's not always a good thing when playing the game. He's not super honorable, but he is. I think Oberyn leans towards a good person, and Littlefinger definitely leans more towards an evil person. And if looking at that, I think Littlefinger definitely could really like screw some people over when he's leading. I think there's a lot of people he would just not care about. He would backstab people. Backstabbing people is really bad. That really screws a lot of people over. So Oberyn's not really gonna do that. He's just gonna be like, I don't like you. I'm gonna fight you, or I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna go to war with you, or something. You know, Littlefinger would be scheming and like backstabbing and all this stuff. I think that's worse. I think that's tends to be worse and but that could technically be better because sometimes sending a silent assassin is much better than just starting a war. I think it's Littlefinger, right? True, but Littlefinger's kingdom is going to be winning despite fucking everyone over. It's a good point. Littlefinger would be... Damn, they're like pretty equal on both. Like, Littlefinger's not terrible. Oberyn's not great. Littlefinger's smarter, though. Damn, is it Oberyn? Oberyn's a prince, though. That's tough. All right, which way are y'all leaning? Oh, man. Which way are you leaning, Melisandre? Or why did I say Melisandre? Which way are you leaning, Jennifer? If you know anything about this, you still prefer Oberyn? Prefer Oberyn as the better king? Or worse? Sorry, I keep getting this confused. I should have done it the other way, but it's funny to talk about worst. I guess worst. Actually, no, it wouldn't make sense in this case. I feel like Littlefinger's just so schemy. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's actually a big factor. People would really like Oberyn way more. Although, people don't super like people from Dorne. Littlefinger's too selfish? Yeah. I think he could put that a little bit aside to make a decent kingdom, though. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't think it's super clear, but I do think Littlefinger's a little bit worse. Let's go with Littlefinger. Alright, Shae and Hodor. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? Okay, Shae knows 0% about leading, ruling, really anything but brotheling. Hodor, though. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Hodor would literally be a puppet. Hodor would literally be a puppet. He can barely communicate. But if he had a decent... I'm saying, if Hodor had a decent council, man. If Hodor had a decent council, Hodor wouldn't be too bad. But God, if he had a bad council, it would just be puppet. I actually think Shae's worse here. Shae clearly is super selfish as well. Super self-interested. Like, she backstabbed Tyrion because she was mad. I think I prefer Hodor over the Savage Hoe that sleeps with everyone and does sneaky shit all the time. I'm actually with you. I think Shae would be worse. Hodor is a good person at his heart, I think. He's mentally disabled. Like, that's really it. I mean, that's a big thing, but Shae is... I don't think Shae would... Shae's also easily manipulated too, though. I think. She's not super smart. She's not dumb. But she's not like, she was manipulated by Tywin. Hodor will want what's best for everyone, while Shae's a whore. I am a whore. I love that. I love that scene. It's like... it's so heart-wrenching because man. Sorry, I'm just thinking of the scene with Tyrion and Shay. When she's on the stand and he's like, Shay, don't do this to me. Ah, man, that scene sucks so bad. I want to punch her so bad. But anyway, Hodor wants what's best for everyone while Shay wants what's best for her. I think I'm with you. I think Shay wins out here. It's kind of, obviously this is hard to say. I think Shay. Tyrion gets the short end of the stick so much in this series. Oh, short stick or the short end of the stick? Both of them. Either way, he does. Watching Shay get strangled was a good time. It really was. It really was. I was like, it's so interesting how Game of Thrones make you love watching people die. This is quite awful. I think Shay would be worse. I think she's too selfish. And too... I think she also be easily manipulated. Hodor's small council would hopefully at least try to help. It would more be like an oligarchy. It would just be a bunch of people ruling rather than just him. They'd be just helping him through it. And honestly, Hodor would actually be a pretty, like, nice... People would be like, oh, King Hodor. Like, oh, he's so nice, you know? Shay, they'd be like, the whore from the brothel? Ugh! Kind of thing. Even though that's not bad nowadays. In that culture. It is. Watching Joffrey's... What the hell? Oh, God. When I talk a lot, you want to hear something gross? When I talk a lot, I think snot, like, builds up or congestion or something. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Watching Joffrey's horrible death was great. He looked so stressed. That scene was incredible. I've heard a lot of people literally cheer on that scene. He's so awful. Anyhow, Shay's the worst. Let's go with Shay. Shay the funny whore. Alright. I think this was pretty easy. Theon, Postreek, or Varys? Varys, I think, would be a pretty good king. He always thinks about the small people. Varys, low-key, maybe shouldn't even be on here. I think Varys is... I think this is just... Right, I think this is just Theon, Postreek. Varys actually has the interests of the kingdom very much in mind. Yeah, Varys is goated. Yeah, I don't think there even needs to be much more said. Theon Postreek is just a super big pushover. He's just gonna let everyone walk over him. He's not gonna show any strength. He's not gonna know what to do. He's a bad leader, even before Reek. Worst one now. Varys actually has a lot of good knowledge and wants the kingdom to survive. And honestly, Varys, I could see even being like, I'm gonna step down as king and let someone... I'm gonna choose my... Varys would probably literally choose his successor and then step down. He would pick, you know, Daenerys or something and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm stepping down. You know, something like that. And then just be like, fuck it. So yeah, it's just easily Theon there. Okay, we're making great time, y'all. We got the quarterfinals on one side set up. Let's go on to the other side. Do I need to say anything about this one? Does anyone need explanation for this? Because, I mean... This is just... The only thing I think you could say is that Gilly just wouldn't know what to do. But, I mean, dude, it's Ramsay. Oh, I didn't put a... Gilly be so... There's no way. You're joke. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, no, wait. You said Gilly would be so much... You have to be joking. You have to be joking. There's no way. You have to be joking. I want someone to give me... No. What? Okay, do we actually have to talk about this? Ramsay is a literal psychopath. Ramsay would kill so many people. There's no way. Okay, Ramsay doesn't know how to rule. Ramsay knows how to lead with incredible fear. Is that ruling? Well, okay, I guess that it technically is ruling. But that's terrible ruling. There's no way. Right? Oh, man, y'all actually make me think of this? I thought it was obvious. Is there really a chance that Ramsay's a better ruler than Gilly? There's no way. He's too too sadistic, angry. He is smart. I'll give him. Ramsay's low-key a genius. He is great at manipulating people as well. But he flays people alive and tortures them. That's like almost, well, I won't say that. That's like, Ramsay could literally be another Maegor the Cruel. Like, he would just kill people. Ramsay's too fun, but it's what dude, I don't think it can be. I don't think Ramsay could be. I don't think it could be Ramsay over Gilly. I was just like, Maegor the Cruel. Wait, you would prefer Maegor the Cruel over Gilly? There's no way. No, there's no way. Ramsay's so much worse than Gilly. Gilly, the only bad thing about Gilly is that she's very manipulated. She's easily manipulated, and she just doesn't know at all what to do. Maegor was a good king. Maegor was... Okay, what do you mean good king? Maegor was... I wouldn't say Maegor was a good king. Maegor was a very brutal king. Everyone hated Maegor. Literally everyone hated... But, I mean, he knew how to keep power. But I think there's multiple facets of being a good king. Yeah, keeping power and, like, maintaining order is part of it. He did that really well. Compassion is a very big part of it, though. Working with other countries and foreign diplomacy, stuff like that. Well, I mean, not even necessarily foreign, but just diplomacy. He was very bad at that. He just killed people for fun, basically, and tortured them. I think Ramsay would be the same. There's no way. It cannot. Gilly would listen to her counsel, I think. Gilly would be a kind ruler, but not a good... Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I don't think Ramsay would be a good ruler, though. Hold on, let me think. He is smart. You have a really good point. Ramsay's intelligence would make him alone a really good ruler. I think his cruelty is too much, though. He is far too cruel. Everyone would hate him. I think... No, there's no way. I gotta go with Ramsay. I gotta go with Ramsay on this one. He's so bad. He's really, really, really smart. He's not that good at hiding it. He like even in the like he had all those people who knew that Theon was his plaything and stuff like that, and like literally his band, like the Bolton banners are flayed men. Given that's a little bit less about cruelty and more about power or whatever. I don't know. God, you're making me think of this. He didn't need to hide it anymore at Winterfell. Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. Gilly would... Okay, I agree. Gilly would be kind, but not good. Man. There's no way Gilly's worse than Ramsay. He's so bad. That's why his dad let him get close enough to murder him. Roose didn't... yeah, I mean, very good point. Very good point. Roose is a pretty smart guy, too, I think. Roose is a relatively smart guy, as far as I can tell. So... But also, kinslaying and patricide is, like, super looked down upon. So I think he would be like... Yeah, he just didn't expect how evil he was. But you say it yourself. Ramsay is straight up evil. Pure evil. Also, this gets into the part where, like, a little bit shaky on how the characters actually would truly develop. But at the end of season 6, when he's shooting people, shooting Rickon with the arrow, that's cruel. Everyone sees how cruel he is. That's really cruel. Evil people can make good rulers, hated but effective. Okay, I think that's where I'm differing. I think a good ruler... Well, okay, I won't say they have to be liked, but like... That's actually a good point. That is actually kind of a... I mean... There are bad rulers or bad people who are. I mean, okay, yeah. If you're just considering like, oh, we keep the country together, we keep people like with money and having relatively decent lives. I guess so. I don't think Ramsay would. Would Ramsay care enough about the small people though? Nah, I think Ramsay would be too brutal. I think he would like if people came to him with problems like actually no, Ramsay is pretty tough on crime too. I think. Although he comes up with whatever crimes. Dude. I don't think I can. I'm just imagining. I cannot say Ramsay is a better ruler than Gilly. Oh, this is a good question. I like this. He wouldn't give a shit about the small folk, but he would know how valuable they are as a resource and how to use them effectively. I don't think that makes you a good ruler, though. No. I'm going with Ramsay. I am not convinced that Ramsay would be You make some good points. Did you do debate in high school or something? You make some good points. I disagree, I think Ramsay... I think he would be far too brutal for people to like him. I think he would be too punishing. I think he would be... That's true. You also... Do you? I think it would rule too much with an iron fist. But that being said, I see your points and they do make sense. And I see the argument being made for Gilly being worse, but I disagree. Obviously, all of this is just subjective, though. But yeah, I think Gilly would just be... She would certainly be kind of... I think she would pretty much default to her council. And I think that, in general, is kind of okay. That's kind of a neutral thing to do, is go to your council and be like, just, do stuff. It obviously could be bad, but I don't think it... I think it's more of a neutral thing. Like, it could be good, could be bad kind of thing. But Ramsay, I think, would just be far too brutal and would always be trying to put people down. He wouldn't care about the small folk. He would still be more self-interested, far more self-interested. Gilly would at least be like, oh, let's try to keep peace. Let's try to keep people happy. Stuff like that, I think. Ramsay, final answer. Driving Force is like, there's no way they just had this discussion. That was a really good discussion, though. I like that. Very, very good points. The council would feel safe in prioritizing their own interests because Gilly wouldn't do anything to them. But then they also have to fight the other council members if they were being too self-interested. So, but I do agree. If the small council was very bad, very self-interested, it'd be very bad. It'd be worse than Ramsay. Maybe. You do bring up a good point, though. Okay. We're going to move on. You make very good points. We're going to move on, though. All right. Khal Drogo versus Grey Worm. Grey Worm, I think, is... Grey Worm's a pretty good dude. I think he, like I said before, I think he'd be pretty militant, probably, because... But he's generally a good leader, but he's a good military leader than anything. I don't think he knows how to rule a country at all. But I think it would be okay. But I think one of the big reasons why he defers to Dany is because he thinks that she's just a better ruler than him. Khal Drogo... The dude in Westeros... Like, having Khal Drogo the king in Westeros is... just so awful, I think. Because, God, the Dothraki are so bad. They are really... Their culture is awful, to be quite frank. They are barbarians. They're fascinating, but my God, they are absolutely insane. Their whole culture is literally about enslaving and just running around on their horses. Like, that's all they care about. In fact, I don't even... Like, Khal Drogo would not have problems with slaves. Khal Drogo would not have problems with doing all kinds of war crimes. He would not have problems just, like, starting wars with people. He would not have problems just killing people just cause. There would be so much fighting. Westeros would be pretty strong, though. Westeros would be really strong. Not from the sea, though. Not from the sea. Khal Drogo also isn't particularly political either. I think someone would assassinate him. I actually think someone would end up assassinating Khal Drogo. Because, I mean, Khal Drogo, I don't even know if he really understands. Not understands, but I don't think he really would be that privy to the concept of assassination. Would he? No, I mean, yes, Danny almost got assassinated. And then he was, like, very mad. Never mind, I take it back. Because Danny was almost assassinated. I think Grey Worm would be decent king, though. I think Grey Worm would probably be pretty decent. I think he would try to treat people fairly. I think he would not take shit. He would not, like crime and stuff like that. That's a no-go. Like, he would be pretty hardcore on that. The Dothraki don't rule normally. Drogo wouldn't actually know anything about infrastructure, income, farming. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. He wouldn't know anything about any of that stuff. Maybe you would try to turn Westeros into a Khalasar, though, and just, like, start roaming around. I don't know. That would be insane. Everything would go to shit, I think. I think in order for him to be a good king of Westeros, it would just have to be completely dismantled, basically. And I think that just would be horrible. There would be so much fighting. There'd be so much, like, destruction. And also, like, yeah, the Dothraki also destroy lots of things when they go and take over stuff. So I think Khal Drogo wins this. I think Khal Drogo wins this. Yeah, they don't. Honestly, see, the weird thing is, I didn't think how bad Khal Drogo would be as a king. I think for this next one, Khal Drogo even wins this. For sure. Since we were considering Ramsay, actually probably would be a decent king. But anyway, before we get there. Yeah, I think, dang, having a Dothraki leader, really bad. Really, really, really bad. For Westeros. Also a big part of it is he doesn't speak the language. I mean, I guess he could have translators, so maybe that's not a huge problem. But yeah, I don't think... I'm trying to think of one good thing he would bring. And it's like, generally, I don't think he would bring anything. I don't know if he would bring a single good thing. He would just... Like, the way he would rule... I guess he brings strength. He brings military strength. That's valuable. Like, people would not mess with Westeros at all. And I guess, technically, maybe he could turn it... Like I said, he could kind of turn Westeros into a bit of a Khalasar. Maybe it will just be a completely different Westeros. I think the problem with this is that the... Okay, well, I'm kind of... I'm kind of tempted to take Drogo out, honestly. Because his culture is so different. But I guess that's part of it. I guess that's part of why he would be a bad king. So maybe it's worth leaving him in. Let's leave him in. Yeah, I think it would just be very bad for Westeros. People don't work with Dothraki, really. No, they do a little bit because Danny got wedded to him. Maybe it's not quite as bad as I think. I think it's definitely worse than Grey Worm. But anyway, let's talk about that later with Ramsay. But in any case, that's interesting to think about, though. All right, Reek versus Arya. Dude, it's Reek. Arya really doesn't know anything about ruling. Arya would really not be a good ruler. Like, she really likes working alone, is the biggest thing. Low-key, Arya worse ruler than Reek? Because Reek at least has been around. Reek would probably more or less... Well, okay. If Ramsay's still alive, Reek would just be Ramsay's puppet. Which we know now, from your arguments, Ramsay wouldn't be potentially the worst king ever. Because he's really smart and he is manipulative, you know, he does kind of know how to rule. He just would rule with a insanely iron fist and be incredibly brutal. But things might be okay. Might be okay under Ramsay. Arya? Anyway, sorry. So yeah. So if Reek is just a puppet of Ramsay, yeah. But if Reek is just by himself, I mean, Reek is basically nothing. Reek is Reek. Reek reeks. Like that's literally, that's all. Like he would be so stepped on, and the kingdom would look far too weak. I think with Reek as the king, they would be like, dude, your king sucks. Arya would at least show some kind of strength. I think Arya could learn how to rule too. I don't think Reek could. I think Reek would almost never learn how to rule. Agree? I don't know. I think Reek's worse. I think Reek's worse here. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going with Reek here. Reek, worse ruler than Arya. Yeah. Reek worse ruler than Arya. Reek would just let anything go. He's not. People would just, again, similar to post Theon Reek. It'd be worse. It'd be a lot worse. Like people would just be like, dude, like, what are you? Like, you're not even worth being here. You're not worth being a king. Why are you even king? At least Arya, they would be like, why are you the queen? But, like, she'd be like, I'll kill you. That's why I'm the queen. And they'd be like, bet. Like, dang. And she would be pretty benevolent also, I think. Arya's raised to be... Oh, that's a good point. She's raised to be a lady. And she has a backbone. I do think... Yeah, I agree. I think she'd be better, too. Reek is just broken. Reek is in the quarterfinals. Interesting. All right, let's do the last round 2, and then we're on to quarterfinals, and we'll be almost done. Olenna versus Braun. Braun is super selfish. Olenna is self-serving to her self-interest. Olenna is self-interested for her family and herself. These are just, who's more selfish, I think. And I think it's Braun. Braun is legit a mercenary, only for money. He's not a terrible guy, though. I actually think Braun's a decent guy. You know, it's kind of neutral. Olenna's really, really smart, also. I think Olenna's a better queen. I think Olenna would be a better queen than Braun. Braun, I don't think knows how to rule. I don't think Braun even cares about ruling. I think Braun would more just be like, yeah, just people do whatever they want. I think Braun is also more of like a survival of the fittest. Like, he just probably let people die, wouldn't super care. I think Olenna at least would probably try to help people and stuff. Braun, I think, is just... Braun would actually be a pretty terrible king. Now, the more I think about it. He's super just self-interested. Like, literally, all this man cares about is money. Money and women. Olenna would definitely be better. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, the more I think about it, like, I think Olenna would actually be a decent queen. A good queen, even. A pretty good queen. Very, very Taiwan-y, very, you know, kind of slimy. But she would keep the realm in really good shape, I think. So yeah, it's just Braun. Braun, I don't think, could keep the realm in shape at all. I think it would be, actually, I think Braun would be very similar to Robert. I think he would just, like, be like, hey, y'all just handle everything. I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck I want. We all know Robert wasn't a great king. He was decent at best, I think. The realm was at least holding together, but like barely. Yeah, let's go with Braun. Braun, worst king. All right, what do we got? What do we got in the quarterfinals? We got Viserys Targaryen, Littlefinger, Shay, Theon post-Reek, Reek, Braun, Khal Drogo, and Ramsay. These are bad rulers. these are bad. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Okay, so Viserys Targaryen versus Littlefinger. I think Viserys would be significantly worse than Littlefinger. I don't think there's that much even of a question about it. Viserys, Littlefinger, I'm with you. I think Littlefinger would be way better. Littlefinger is really smart. He's very self-interested, but he's what's the word? He wants to keep himself alive. Most of all, he wants to keep himself alive. He wants to keep living. In that regard, he will do things that might not be solely self-interested. So he would actually be I think he could be a decent king. He'd be okay at, I don't think he'd be bad. At worst, he'd be okay. I think it's just straight up Viserys. Viserys just doesn't know how to lead. He doesn't know how to make compromises. He doesn't know how to talk to people. He doesn't know how to, he just clearly does not know how to work with people to actually even raise an army. It is just way too pretentious. No one would like him. The only reason Viserys could possibly be an okay king is because he's Targaryen. That's it. People would be loyal because he's a Targaryen. Which, honestly, though, is actually a very good point. But I think Littlefinger would just be better. Littlefinger would just be... Whoops. Littlefinger would just be so much better. He's too smart to not be better. I gotta wipe my nose. Where the heck? My tissue go? Oh well. Take a sip of water. Okay, this is kind of long. I'm not gonna lie. But we're almost done. Maybe next time I'll make this a little bit shorter. But it's fun. This has been fun. Regardless. Alright. Shae versus Theon post-Reek. Whoo! This is tough. Shae. Shae does not know how to rule. Theon post-Reek also doesn't know how to rule. God, this realm would go to shit. This would just be awful. But I lean more towards Shae being the worst. I just don't see how Shae could ever be a good ruler. I just don't see how she could ever be a good ruler. How could she ever, she has no experience whatsoever in ruling or leading or doing anything. The one thing she did was she protected Sansa a little bit. That's pretty much it. But she was her, housemaid. Theon post-Reek would be better for sure. Yeah, I think so too. Theon... One big thing that Theon post-Reek has going for him is he has compassion now. And he understands... what he did wrong in his past and everything. He has a pretty good understanding of why he's in the position he's in. So he has wisdom. I think that's the biggest thing. Theon post-Reek has a lot of wisdom, I think. He would be a shit ruler. But Shae just has no experience whatsoever. She just is super self-interested. Not that smart. She's not dumb. But she's not super smart. And she just has no experience whatsoever. I think she would just be... And I think she also is apathetic. I don't think she would super care. In the show, she only cares about being with Tyrion. Which, love can kind of do that to people, but still. I just can't imagine her in a leadership position at all. She just can't... I just don't think she would be able to rule. I think she would just not know at all what to do. And on top of that, I don't even think she would listen to her small council that much. She's very stubborn, in fact. So she would be a really bad ruler. She would be really bad. Theon post-Reek would actually be decently better. That is interesting. Wow, we got Viserys versus Shae in the semifinals. That's fun. All right, Ramsay versus Khal Drogo. Like I said, I think I like your points that Ramsay would be basically Maegor the Cruel, except he would be smarter, I think. Ramsay is highly intelligent. Genius level, honestly. And he could use some of that to his advantage to make a... Yo, what's up, Baron? Hey, I like your profile picture. Oh, man. Can I collapse this? I can't. Yeah, we're doing worst rulers in Westeros. So I think Ramsay, like you said, would probably be a decent king. Sorry, I don't think Ramsay would be a decent king. I think the realm would function. It would be a functional realm under Ramsay. It would be brutal as hell, but it would be functional. People would not mess with Westeros either. Like, they would be like, this dude is legit crazy. Like, Ares. But the thing about Ares is Ares was legitimately, like, insane. Ramsay is psychotic, but his brain is all there. That's even scarier. That's what makes Ramsay scary. Khal Drogo, though. Dude, Khal Drogo. He would... Hey, Chrissy, how's it going? It's the worst streamer ever. Alright, how do you ban someone? Right click. Permaban. Nice, okay. None of that bullshit in here. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen you in a while here, Christy, now that I think about it. Have you seen Game of Thrones? I can't even remember. Who would be worse? Bernardino, who do you think would be worse? A worse ruler, Ramsay or Khal Drogo? I think it's definitely Khal Drogo, though. Khal Drogo is even more brutal than Ramsay, is the thing. Like, Ramsay's brutal. Khal Drogo's worse, actually. Khal Drogo kills just for fun at any point. Ramsay kills for fun, too, but Khal Drogo, it's like an event to just, like, murk people. Ramsay's sadistic, Drogo is brutal. I think Ramsay's also brutal, but I see your point. That's a fair distinguishment. Distinguishment? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think Khal Drogo. God, I hate to say it, but Khal Drogo would be a terrible king. My God. I did not think it would be this bad. Khal Drogo would be a terrible king of Westeros. The couple things he does bring, it's like I said, Ramsay will have a functioning Westeros. He'll rule like a dictator. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He would rule very much like a dictator. Khal would just party. True, he would party a lot. The one big thing I think that he brings is that, again, no one would really mess with Westeros. If there was a bunch of Dothraki, no one would invade. Maybe not no one, but they would think 5-10 times before they invaded. Raid and party. That's pretty much Khal Drogo. Yeah, I think you're right. Khal Drogo would be worse, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Wow. Khal Drogo in the semifinals. Alright, Reek versus Bronn. Ooh. This is a little tough. My mind goes more towards Reek, though. Reek is in no shape or form a ruler at all. Like, Reek is 100% manipulated. He has no decision making. He's not decisive at all. He has no strength. He has no political knowledge, really. Well, he kind of does, but yeah. Bronn at least is smart. Bronn is smart. He knows. We're also not considering that he's the actual master of coin, like happened at the end. You know, more like season 5, 6 Bronn, whatever. Bronn is smart. Bronn knows how to get people to like him. Bronn knows how to kill people. Reek knows none of that. Reek would just be like... Reek would hide in his room all day. Like, I don't even think people would know Reek is the king. God, it's not even fair to put Reek on here. Reek is terrible. Reek... Didn't Tommen get manipulated? Tommen was hugely manipulated. Reek would be 10 times worse than Tommen. Like, Tommen was bad. Reek would be worse. Like, he would literally, like, he would just do whatever anyone said. If anyone raised a hand to him, he'd, oh, a hand. Sounds like a perfect king getting manipulated? Sounds awful. To rule Westeros? Absolutely not. Bronn would be better. Bronn would let the community rule Westeros. Well, it wouldn't be the community. It would be whoever's stronger. It would be whoever, like, steps up to Reek first would rule. And God forbid Ramsay's still alive. If Ramsay's still alive, Ramsay's ruling. Which wouldn't be the worst, I think, but very, very bad. I think it's Bronn. I think it's definitely Bronn. Maybe I should have put points here, like how much better they were. But whatever. I guess it's whatever. I don't know what these scores. I mean, I guess it's actual points. Whatever. Maybe I should have put that. Does it matter? I don't know. We're not doing it now. We're just giving +1, -1. Yeah, it's just Bronn would not be the worst king. I think he would be very bad, but not the worst. All right, guys. We're almost done. How do y'all feel about the semifinals? We got Viserys, Shae, Khal Drogo, and Reek. Would anyone want these people as their king or queen? And what's really funny is that 2 of these people are leaders. Viserys kind of a pseudo leader, but like Viserys was legit in line for the throne. Khal Drogo is a call, and then the other 2 are like absolutely people who should never be on the throne. So this is pretty funny. I think in all 4 of these situations, Westeros is fucked. God, Viserys is just so bad. Let's do Viserys. Let's do Viserys and Shae. I think Shae's worse. I'm just going to say it. I think Shae's worse. I think Shae's a worse ruler than Viserys. Viserys seems like a terrible ruler. But I just cannot imagine anyone. It's been the same thing every single time. I just cannot imagine anyone looking at Shae and wanting to do anything she says. And on top of that, I don't think Shae would listen to her counsel very well. She's super stubborn. She's super self-interested. Like, I think Shae genuinely might be the worst ruler here. Like, Shae legit might win this whole thing. I think Viserys at least has in his mind, like, oh, I kind of got to do these things to be a ruler. I got, like, you know, he set up the thing with Illyrio and to wed Daenerys off, as far as I know. At least he was somewhat involved in that. Like, that's pretty smart. He was trying to get an army going and stuff like that, you know? Viserys tried. Viserys tried to rule. He would have been very bad, most likely. But he at least had some concept of ruling in his mind. Shae legit... I can't even think of what a Shae kingdom would look like. Also, on top of that, de-effort. Like, yeah, it was bad. But, like, I think people would look down on Westeros so terribly because because Shae is... Shae worked in a brothel. I think that would be like one of the most, like, the people would just think Westeros is so bad, and they wouldn't want to be allies with Westeros. Like, it would be very bad because of, that's just one thing. That is one part of the whole thing. She doesn't listen to people. She's stubborn. She's self-interested. Unfortunately, her background makes her very unfit. Similar to Tyrion. Tyrion can't be king because he's a dwarf. It's very similar. Tyrion would be a great king, but people would hate him. It would be very... I don't think it would be that good for him to be king. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's Shae. Wow. I'm actually surprised Shae... I wasn't even really thinking she would be that much of a contender, but Shay is not good. Shay would be such a shit queen. My God. The kingdom, I think, would... I'm trying to think of what... The kingdom, I think, would honestly be in pretty much shambles. Like... Okay, the one thing I will say for Shay, though, I think she's still worse. The one thing I will say is... She might try to do something to keep it from completely going to complete shit. Like, maybe there wouldn't be, like, tons of wars and stuff, maybe? But maybe there also would be because people would be trying to dethrone her. Yeah, I think Shay's going to the finals. Shay, congratulations, you have made it to the finals. How do you feel about this? I am a whore. Alright. Khal Drogo versus Reek. We got the ultimate try-hard versus the ultimate untry-hard. What are y'all thinking? Cause I think Reek is worse. I think being a iron-fisted leader, similar to what you were saying, Dean, I think being an iron-fisted leader is better than being just a completely just, like, nothing leader. You know? Khal Drogo, the realm would be not in good shape. But I really don't think people would try to mess with the Westeros. Like, they'll be like, they have a giant Khalasar over there, and they enslave tons of people, and they, like, kill everyone, and they're really good at combat. Like, as American, having a good army and a good military is very useful, even if that's, like, your one thing that you're good at. Reek, on the other hand, there's no telling how many bad people could get put into power because of him. There's just no... it's kind of weird because I think... I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, no. Because I'm thinking like someone like Joffrey. Because like, I think... and think of who would genuinely be like the worst king in my mind. People like Joffrey. People like Maegor the Cruel. I think personally Tommen and Viserys, the King Viserys, the Rhaenyra's dad, I think those were some of the worst kings too. Well, okay, actually Viserys wasn't that bad, but I actually think Tommen was like low-key almost as bad as Joffrey. Reek would be worse. I'm kind of with you. Like I think having a king who would just be nothing, let people walk all over him, probably take over the country. Like, if you are inviting people to start wars with you and stuff, that's way worse than someone being very iron-fisted. Drogo would suck, but at least he can rule, even if he's shit at it. I agree. And Drogo's not a bad ruler per se. He's a bad ruler in Westeros. He's a fantastic call. Absolutely excellent. I think Khal Drogo would basically have to turn Westeros into a Khalasar. Like, I think that's pretty much it. And then if I mean, I say that it's not quite the right term, but like the people of Westeros into his Khalasar, that could work. Maybe it would be a really tumultuous time. People would die, but Westeros would be pretty strong. Reek, people would just want to. People would invade Westeros. They would just try to. They would try to fight him. They would try to dethrone Reek. They would try to manipulate Reek. Worse people would be in charge. People would be having all kinds of self-interested motives, taking over, just doing whatever they wanted. They wouldn't care what was going on to the small people. It would be chaos. I actually think it would just be chaos. I actually think it's just chaos if Reek is king. It would just be so bad. We're going Reek. And that means in the finals, we have Shay and Reek as two of the worst rulers you could ever have. But Who is worse, y'all? Who is worse? Shay or Reek? The realm is in terrible position. The realm is in shambles. Completely bad. If either of these people are in charge, but they're I hate to even choose between these two. I almost want to say they're equally bad. Shay would be better. She can at least function and is intelligent. Reek is Reek. I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't... Reek is almost not human. I almost think it's unfair to include him in this because, like, but he is, but I mean, but Reek is Theon. Like, God, that's awful. Fuck, man. Shay, I think you're right. Like, it's so funny that we're down to this, to the point where, well, at least you're a functioning human. Like, that's what we're dealing with. If everyone else was dead and these were the only two options, they would look at them and just be like, well, at least one of you is human. Like, at least one of you can speak to me without pissing themselves. And I will say Shay has some modicum of compassion. She is independent and she's strong. So maybe I've been giving Shay a little bit too much shit. She would be a terrible ruler. But I think the kingdom might stand a chance. I don't know, dude. I just know under Reek, nothing would get done. Nothing could get, like... that's hard, though. Shay is so stubborn, though, too. But maybe Shay could do some good things. I think it's Reek. I think it is Reek. Reek is Reek. Reek does nothing. Reek gets manipulated. Reek gets invaded by other countries. Reek doesn't speak up for himself. Reek is Reek. At least Shay is independent and strong. She's very stubborn, very selfish. Maybe she's not as selfish as I'm saying. She's a little bit... She is definitely selfish because she's always like, let's just get out of here. Let's go leave. Let's just leave this place. And she is apathetic about the kingdom, I think. I think that's a big problem that for her to be a ruler is that she is very apathetic towards the kingdom. But I think I'm doing it. I think I'm going with Reek. I think it's Reek. I think Reek is worse. I think Reek would be the worst ruler in Westeros. And this is considering... I loved your points about Ramsay. I thought this would easily... not easily. I thought Ramsay would come to the end. But you made some really good points that... the realm would still function. Like, you can have a functioning, okay society with really oppressive rulers. It's not good at all, I think. I still think Ramsay would be a very bad king. But it would work, I think. But yeah. Reek it is. Reek is the worst king we could ever ask for in Game of Thrones. Let's do, before we go, let's do Theon Greyjoy as Reek. I can't remember, but did Ramsay take care of his people or did he treat them bad too? Yes and no. he did whatever he wanted, to be honest. If he felt like he didn't like them or got bored of them, he would kill them or hurt them. If he thought they were useful to him or didn't bother him, he would keep them around. And I mean, he had a whole army. So I mean, he knows not to be too stupid, not too violent. He's really smart. Like, he knows, like, he can't just, like, kill off a bunch of the captains and stuff like that because they would rebel. Like, he knows he can't just, like, one-man army. He's not particularly strong or combat-oriented. He's really smart. And he would probably let the warriors do whatever they want with anyone after they, you know, went through the kingdom and killed everyone and all that stuff. They wouldn't care what they stole or did or anything like that. Raped anyone they wanted. Like, it would, he, like, honestly, the soldiers would probably love Ramsay. Because he's so violent. But create an image of Theon Greyjoy as Reek sitting on the Iron Throne. Actually, I think they kind of, well, I guess they didn't really, but there is a picture of him on the Iron Throne. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, this is Theon post-Reek. But like this is Theon post-Reek, but it's similar to what it would be. Let's see what the AI came up with, though. Oh, it's not done. Nope, here we go. You know, not as bad as I thought. Oh. Ooh, they put a bow in his hand. Or they tried to. It tried to. I don't know what's going on here, but that's pretty horrifying, not gonna lie. Reek doesn't look comfortable there. Wait, which one? This one? The 1, 2, 3, or 4? Oh, wait, what? There's only 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. He doesn't look comfortable here in 1. 2, he does. He looks like he's chilling. This one, probably not. He's not that comfortable. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he looks very stiff. He doesn't look too bad, though. God, I'm actually surprised. Like, I actually kind of thought Khal Drogo. But once we started talking about how was the entire realm functioning, you know, there is some functionality. But with Reek, I think there's just chaos. I don't think Reek could even be king for very long. I think they would just kill him. I think he would get himself killed. He might kill himself. Like, I don't, like, there would just be so much trouble with Reek. They would just, because they legit basically would not have a king. Maybe that's good, though. I don't know. I will say I can see an argument being made for Shay. Or Khal Drogo, or even Ramsay, in my opinion. But Sarah's possibly too. But I think we got it down. I think we did a good job of getting it down to the worst people. I think Khal Drogo's definitely worse than Gilly, in my opinion. If Gilly had gone forward, because I think the realm would just be in too much just shit from the Dothraki hordes just doing whatever they want, and Gilly would at least try to keep peace. And keeping peace is like a big thing. Keeping the realm in peace is big. And Gilly would at least listen to her counsel. Gilly wouldn't be a good ruler, but she wouldn't be nearly as bad as Shay or Reek, though. That's also a given. Even if she is worse than Khal Drogo, Gilly would be better than Shay and Reek. IMO. This will be interesting to see what people say, what other people say about this, though. This was long, but it was fun. Thanks everybody for doing this with me. It was a fun little thought experiment exercise. Damn, do I want to do the... I might do the... maybe we just do that now. I wanted to look something up real quick though. But yeah, appreciate y'all for doing that with me. Thanks, Crazed and Jennifer and Dragon Force and Baran and Christy who came in at the end. That was fun. So I wanted to do two more things for the Game of Thrones review thing. I just couldn't remember what I did. I'm just gonna maybe rewrite it. So I think I said it could be good or bad also. You know what I can do? I can actually just look at the video. Here, 1 second. Here we go. I'm just gonna look at the video to see what I wrote. Oh, I thought it was Thursday now. Never mind. Okay. How do I pause this? Okay, here's what I wrote. Imagine you are Daenerys Targaryen from the Game of Thrones TV show. So, and you oh wait, no. And let me go to a different one. You went to the moon for the first time in your life. You want to write a Yelp or Google review about it. What would you say? And how many stars would you give it? Give it a title, only write one paragraph. Alright. I want to see what it comes up with for Daenerys going to the moon. And then we'll do Hodor, and then we'll be good for tonight. Sound good? Alright, let's do the moon. Daenerys, go to the moon, write a review. Title: A Dragon's Flight Beyond the Known World. Ooh. She gave it 4 stars. My journey to the moon, akin to a dragon taking flight for the first time, was filled with the majesty of discovery and the daunting exhilaration of the unknown. Yet the moon in all its silvery beauty could not replicate the warmth of dragonfire or the verdant life of my beloved lands. Its desolate landscape, void of life, offered profound solitude that could break the strongest of warriors. I bestowed upon it 4 stars, docking 1 for the absence of dragons docking 1 for the absence of dragons, of life, of heat, the key elements that fuel my spirit. I recommend the moon to all, for the sight of the world below, small and vulnerable, offers a perspective that humbles and unifies, serving as a reminder that we are not the rulers, but the guardians of the realms we inhabit. Wow, that was actually really good. I would genuinely rate that myself a 5 out of 5. That's a pretty good rating, I think. I think that's pretty accurate how Danny would rate going to the moon. I love how she talks about, she's like, oh, it's nice up here, but it doesn't have dragons. Where are the dragons at? She would probably be pretty sad. Also, I don't think dragons could fly in space. Don't birds have problems in space? I swear they did that before. Because there's no wind in space. I imagine that's how dragons fly. Interesting that she mentions that solitude is bad. Yeah, there's no air in space. Yeah, yeah, you're right. No air in space. There's no wind. I was right. There's no wind either. How do you think birds fly? They flap their wings and they gravity suck themselves toward space. Right? I took anatomy. Anyway, that was actually pretty good though. It could not replicate the warmth of Dragonfire. I like how she mentioned that that solitude is not good for her. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't think Daenerys would really love solitude. But then she also mentions at the end, like, you know, she's like, you know, I can see the bigger picture that we are the guardians of the realm. I like that. That's interesting. That's cool. That's cool. I wanted to see what she said there. Let's y'all want to try Hodor, and then that'll be it. All right. Imagine you are Hodor. Let's spin the wheel also. Let's go. Things. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we got for things for Hodor. Where is Hodor going to visit, and how much is that going to change anything? All right. Hodor is going to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. All right. Imagine you are Hodor from the Game of Thrones TV show and you went to the Super Bowl for the first time in your life. You want to write a Yelp review? Let's see. Let's see if this is good. There should be one word many times. It's thinking. It's thinking. It's broken. It doesn't know how to think like Hodor. Oh my god, Hodor broke it. Hodor broke ChatGPT. Let's try it again. They added a translation! Oh my god! Oh, what's up, General Grievous? Not entirely sure who the worst ruler would be from Game of Thrones. Lots of options to choose from, but I'd probably vote Marjorie Tyrell for the best ruler. It's a great choice, I think, for the best ruler. I can go back to the bracket that we did. We already did it, but let's do this first. This is beautiful. 5 out of 5. I love this. Let's read the translation. I don't know who translated this. I'm assuming they translated the title also. Hodor's Huddle at the Super Bowl. I loved it. The energy was contagious. The crowd was loud. The players were intense. And the game was exciting. Food was good too. Despite not understanding all the rules, I enjoyed the spectacle and felt part of something bigger. It's a place of passion and community. Therefore, I give the Super Bowl a full 5 stars. Yo, Hodor's a Super Bowl fan. Of course, this could also mean I hated it. This was awful. And I would never go back there again, etc., etc. But hey, I'm not fluent in Hodorese. Hodornese? Hodornite? Hodorniten? Hodor? This is the best review we've gotten so far. I love ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT. I'm going to keep integrating ChatGPT stuff in my content. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful beautiful tool. Anyway, how's it going, General Grievous? This is our bracket. If you want to look at the bracket, I'll have a video on it at some point. But yeah, we spent like 2.5 hours going over the worst rulers in Game of Thrones. If you want to see what we had, like, this is how we went about it. Like, maybe you agree or disagree, but we had Theon, versus Melisandre. We had people like the Hound versus Hodor. We included Hodor in there. Varys versus... Oh, we have Theon post-Reek, Reek, and pre-Reek. And in fact, the winner of the worst ruler that we could possibly think of was Reek. It came down to Reek and Shay. And we chose Reek. Yeah. What do you think about that? We spent a long time. I think the hardest debate, actually there were two very hard debates. Viserys and Melisandre, who would be worse out of them? This one had a lot of, I don't even know if I'm right about this. Well, I don't know if I'm right about anything. I'm not necessarily trying to be right, but it's just fun to talk about. Those are some truly bad potential rulers, right? They're really awful. I think the realm is just in chaos with Reek, is what we kind of decided. Like, I just don't think the realm even survived. Like, almost doesn't survive. I think Reek would just be killed, or he might kill himself. Like, or I don't. There would just be so many wars. I think people wouldn't know what to do. Like, he's just like nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, Melisandre versus Viserys, that was a tough one. We ended up going Viserys, but Melisandre being basically a cultist, well, I wouldn't even say necessarily, that's not even necessarily that bad. She's just all Red God. Red God, that is it. That was tough to decide between those two. We went with Viserys. I think there's an argument definitely to be made that Melisandre's worse. I think Melisandre's definitely worse than Littlefinger too. I don't think Melisandre's worse than Shay, though. Is Melisandre worse than Shay? No, there's no way, right? She could... It's kind of weird because whatever the Red God wants, but the Red God... I guess, like you said, the Red God can be kind of good. Viserys is a lot worse than Mel. I know Melisandre's trying to save the world. That's a good point. Okay, I think that is something that we mentioned. Mel is actually a good person. She just has very bad ways of going about it. Means... Viserys is just entitled. Entitled, that was the word I was thinking. I couldn't think of that word the whole time. Thank you. Entitled and arrogant. Viserys is incredibly entitled. Yeah, that's what, and he doesn't know how to lead at all. He thinks he knows how to lead, but he doesn't. On this side, we had Tormund and Gilly in there. The one of the other hardest discussions was Ramsay versus Gilly. Surprisingly, I thought it was hands down Ramsay would be way, way worse. But my friend Crazed here did mention that Ramsay, although an incredibly brutal leader, he is really smart. He actually has a chance of keeping the realm together, even if it's under an iron fist. Gilly, not really gonna do that much. She's really nice, but she would be a really terrible leader. I still went with Ramsay as a worse leader than Gilly because I just think Ramsay's just far too sadistic or brutal. Like, I think he'd have to be worse than Gilly. But there is, shockingly to me, an argument that Ramsay is a better ruler than Gilly. Also going by Showmel, she is willing to eventually realize she's wrong and more cautious with her prophecies. Viserys never wise up. I love that point. That's a really good point. Mel did, yeah, she did, when Stan, I will say around season 6, 7, that's when the show gets weird, and I'm kind of like, eh. But she did, wait, hold on, that was season 5, wasn't it, when he burned Shireen? What was that scene? I can't remember. It was sometime around that time. But yeah, she was like, I fucked up. Like, I should learn how to not put all my faith in one thing, maybe. End of season 5. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, to me the show starts getting weird right around then, because that's when the books stop at when Jon dies or something like that, right? So right around that, and right at the end of season 5, Jon dies, right? I think that's the episode. But yeah, yeah, we had Khal Drogo made it far. Khal Drogo made it to the semifinals. Khal Drogo, whew, she was in full self-loathing depression mode as the... Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right, yeah. She was just like rightfully so, very much just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to believe. Like, her whole world was shattered. Imagine believing something that hard and killing that many people and then it being not good. Not right. That's so crazy. Sorry, I might not have been able to see some of those, but we had Arya going for a little while. I think Arya would be a pretty bad leader. I think Arya would be a very bad leader. But when it came to Reek is just so bad. Reek is nothing. Reek is like, oh man. The reason why we even included Reek though is because we were thinking, okay, Theon. Theon has like 3 different characters. Theon is like 3 different characters in one. Because he's pre-Reek. We have the pre-Reek Theon over here, I think. Whoops. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Pre-Reek Theon, who's a dick, but healthy. Post-Reek Theon, who is compassionate, but very unhealthy, a little bit wiser. And then Reek Theon, which is Reek, who is just not good. I'm not sure if it was super fair to even include Reek. Maybe we shouldn't have. But hey, at least we know Shay's the first or second worst ruler. I guess Khal Drogo would have taken a place. I think Bronn would have been a bad ruler, but not a terrible ruler. Pre-Reek Theon was a jerk, but decently competent. More than Balon, yeah. Well, okay, I don't know too much about Balon, but from what I do know, he started a war that he definitely could not win and had to give up his son, or one son, and his others died. So, clearly not that great. But yeah. Yeah, this will be a really fun video to make. This will be a blast. I got some more stuff ready for next week. We'll do some more, of course, Game of Thrones chatting. I love chatting with you guys. Appreciate you for stopping by, General Grievous. Good to see you. Reek is so broken and submissive, he wouldn't be able to order anyone to... That's what I think. I just... Like, he is not... He's almost inhuman. Like, he's just... He's Reek. He is Reek. Like, he's not... Theon, he's not anything. He reeks. Like, that is his whole thing. It would just be so awful. I guess it is fair to put Reek in here because there is a long period of time that he's Reek. I don't know how long it is, but he is Reek for a long time. Arguably, post Reek is also Reek, but yeah, it's just part of his character arc. But yeah, guys, I got some fun stuff next week. I got another tier list idea. If you want a little secret, I think it'll be similar to this, to be honest. I kind of want to do... I kind of want to do a Worst Kings tier list. That way we can... Not, so this was more hypothetical kings. If you can see that we don't have any people who are in here who are actual kings. I kind of want to go over kings or rulers who were actual rulers and think about the worst rulers to have ever existed. I think that'd be fun. I like doing the worst things. The worst is, I don't know why, but the worst is a little bit more fun to think about than the best. Like, I don't know. The best feels a little easier, a little nicer, a little less fun. The worst seems more fun. Do you agree? Shay is way too emotionally impulsive and uncalculated. Dude, that's what we're saying. That's a really good way to put it. Like, Shay, we said she's just really self-centered. She is very stubborn. She is kind of apathetic towards the realm in general. Like, she just doesn't really care that much. She only really cares about Tyrion and herself. But yeah, that's a really good point. She's impulsive and she's not dumb, but she's not super smart. Like, there's like not many good things about Shay. She wouldn't listen to her counsel. She would make bad decisions. Like, it would be really bad. I could actually see an argument being made that Shay is worse than Reek here. But I think Reek is worse 8 out of 10 times. Nothing Tyrion or Varys could do. Was able to mitigate that. So, oof, she's in charge of us now. I'm glad you agree. It seems like we did a pretty good job then. Nobody in here was actual king Viserys. Oh, no. I guess that's okay, Viserys. And sorry, just to be clear, this is Viserys, Daenerys' brother. Not Viserys, the second or first or whatever in House of the Dragon. Are they spelled the same? They probably spell the same, right? Yeah, Viserys was never king, though. He was a prince. Yeah, he was a prince. Never ruled. Technically, also, we have Brandon here, too, who was technically by the show a king, but I want to talk about him anyway, because fuck season 8. I really don't like the ending. I've said this many, many times. I don't like the ending seasons, but, you know, at least a little bit worth talking about. Kind of fun. But comparing him to, oh yeah, this was actually a really interesting discussion. Oh, I know, Viserys insisted he was. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was very adamant that he was king. I love one of my favorite scenes. I think I have so many favorite scenes, but one of my favorite scenes of Game of Thrones is that scene where Drogo gives him a gold crown. Oh man, like that is like the epitome of karma. Like, I just can't imagine anything worse happening to him. Like, I imagine Viserys in the afterlife just fuming to this day because of that. As Margie would say, calling yourself a king doesn't make you one. Or as Tywin would say, anyone who says I am the king is no king. I love that line too. That scene was so good. Anyway, I can't. This is around the time, unfortunately, that my stream ends, and as you can see from all my content, I will talk about Game of Thrones all fucking day. So I can't get into another conversation. But I'm glad you showed up. Like I said, we will do some more stuff next week on Wednesday. Same time, 9 p.m. And anyone on YouTube or anyone on Twitch who hasn't seen my YouTube stuff, go there. There's more Game of Thrones stuff there. And if you have ideas, feel free to come to the Discord and tell me them. Talk to me about Game of Thrones there. I will be more than willing to talk there as well. I also I'm 5% away from finishing Fire and Blood. Very, very close. Yeah, that'd be cool. I might do some House of the Dragon stuff soon too. That'd be fun. I'm perpetually late to streams, trying to make it the next. Yeah, and I understand how it goes. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got their things to do. I really appreciate it when anyone shows up. Like, really, really. That really means a lot. Because, I mean, there's only a few of us here that show up. I got a few people who show up and like to have fun with me. And, I mean, I really value the people who want to spend their time with me. That's super cool. That's super, super, super cool. So, yeah, man, I appreciate that. But otherwise... let me go ahead and swap it to this. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Crazed and Dragon Force and Christy. And we got General Grievous and Jennifer hang out for a little bit and Burhan. Man, I got a lot of people coming by today. That was really dope. Yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, hit me up on Discord if you want to talk more. I will be awake for a little while longer, or if not, I will obviously message you when I'm awake. I look at my Discord all the time. I also love talking about new shows too. I really want to talk to someone about Severance. That show is really good. Can't wait for the new Dune movie to come out. Also, anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna just talk everyone's ear off. Y'all have a great night, great day, great evening, wherever you are in the world. Peace out.